I'm Jonathan with Penguin Parking Consultants. We're going to talk to you today about a problem that was presented to us from Youngstown State University. The problem statement reads, the rate at which the student enrollment at Youngstown State University has increased is faster than the rate at which parking spaces are increasing. This is leaving students and faculty nowhere to park and ultimately unsatisfied with the level of service the university is providing for them. A few things we're going to go over today in the presentation is our recommendation, and that's what are we recommending and why are we recommending it. We're gonna show you what we examined and what we found. We're gonna look at market trends. We're gonna go through the statement of work of all of our deliverables, and we're gonna talk about financing and how this project is feasible. Looking at the statement of work, the deliverables for Penguin Parking Consultants is gonna be an in-depth analysis in that data. We're going to conduct surveys of YSU teachers and students. We're going to do market research and analyze that data. And then we're going to propose a financially feasible solution, including all of that data. And now I'm going to pass it to Benjamin.
Hi, thanks, John. My name is Ben Tadlam with Penguin Parking Consultants. Some of the information we gathered, basically we went to Youngstown State University's campus to take a look at what they have for current parking. We took a look at YSU's parking records for the last 5 years to get an idea of how much expansion has happened in relation to the enrollment. We talked to the Vice President for Finance and Business Operations to get a feel for available funds and an idea of options we have. And then we also consulted Neil McNally to obtain some tax records to see if we could get any benefits there. What we found is there are limited parking locations. There's an increasing demand for parking because enrollment has been increasing. The parking has remained unchanged though. There's started to become parking shortage and issues with students and faculty being able to park and get to classes on time. Student enrollment has actually been up 2.3% with no significant increase in parking locations. Our focus for this report, we will recommend extending parking lot N63, which is down near the new University Edge Apartments. We found this to be a very advantageous location because of the new apartment buildings and the need for parking in that specific area. Next, Robert will handle the current trends.
Basically, looking at the current trends, Youngstown State, we know that it's been an active and a visible leader within the community. The university has organizes various events such as the Summer Festival, Greek Festival, among others, throughout the year that are open to the community. The sports teams are a source of entertainment, drawing in large crowds year after year. And local business owners, up until this point, they have maintained favorable relationships with the university. However, with the increasing issues regarding insufficient parking, these businesses have not been pleased with the university. Local business owners complain that customer parking continues to diminish as the university's students and professors are occupying them. As of this date, there has been an escalation of complaints from the student body, and the professors voiced similar complaints. These complaints revolve around insufficient parking, students running late for classes due to the lack of available parking. The rate of these complaints have been growing, and as well as increasing rate of parking tickets. The frequency of being ticketed has skyrocketed. Collectively, students and professors have experienced a 14% increase campus-wide by ticketing by the Youngstown State Police Department. This increase has surpassed the campus's growth rate of 7% over the last 2 years. As a result, these outstanding ticket citations have led to an accumulated rate of being towed over the last 2 years as well. Next, we will be discussing the benefits of. We'll be discussing the benefits of this plan here.
Thanks, Robert. Actually, as we're having some technical difficulties, Ezio Cudarelli was supposed to do these 2 slides, but he's having some issues with his microphone today.
Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
Actually, here's Ezio right now. He should be able to present on slides for the cost breakdown and the financial implications of our recommendation.
Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Really appreciate that. Just let me know if you can't hear anything. As for the cost breakdown, we have some items that we looked at, pretty common sense stuff. We looked at expanding lots, and that cost totaled about $150,000. We looked at resurfacing existing lots, and that came in at a $75,000 mark. Additional lighting and landscaping totaled $10,000. Salaries and wages, you have to pay people to do the work, of course, $15,000. With the cost subtotal about $250,000, which we feel is a reasonable, modest amount, and we were not overly conservative in our cost estimates. Sales from additional permits per year, please keep in mind that is per year, is $50,000. The tax benefits that we deduced we could achieve would be $45,000. Our deductions for the subtotal for year 1 would be $95,000, with a total net expense of year 1. Just remember, it's year 1 of $155,000. Well, there are a lot of financial implications. We would need additional funds that would need to be raised. As we mentioned, we estimate the cost to be about $250,000 in total. How would we get those additional funds? Well, fundraising and or financing. With respect to fundraising, there's really no commitment to repay. Parking lots would be named after donors, which is an attractive proposition for some. Regarding financing, the return on investment would be beneficial for the loan with a 3.5% interest rate or lower. Would you guys want me to carry on with the simple solutions?
Now we'll actually turn it over to John for the solutions.
Thanks very much, fellows. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
All right, thank you. So for the simple solutions, inadequate parking is our problem, and we need to update the current system. That's the least expensive and quickest route. Expand existing lots, use the most financially benefit methods, expand the parking by 2.5 to 3%, and evaluate and make adjustments as YSU grows. So for our recommendations, moving forward, we should go with the 2.5 to 3% increase. It's the quickest and cheapest, as mentioned. Attendance is growing, so it's obvious that this need is there, and it's cheaper to expand the existing than to go with a completely new one. Over the next couple years, just the enrollment increases and the parking and expansion should lead to a quick payback. This needs to be done because of the complaints that have been raised with us, people being late to class, parking tickets, constant issues with local businesses not being able to get the attendance that they need because people have to leave campus just to find places to park. These are Penguin Parking Consultants' recommendations, and thank you for your time.